Who's the greatest point guard of all time? Magic Johnson or Steph Curry? We've heard both sides of the debate for the past 2 weeks because, there's nothing else to talk about. And the overwhelming consensus is that Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard ever. But there's a side to this debate that many of our NBA experts are forgetting to bring up, and it's something that could turn the tables on this heated discussion. Just for a quick recap, here's why many analysts choose Magic Johnson over Curry. It was the way he could direct an offense. It was his incredible ability to create for others on the fast break. And of course, it's the 5 championships that he won with the Lakers. There is nobody that could pass the ball quite like Magic could. It's what our eyes tell us, and it's what the numbers tell us. For example, he is currently the all-time leader in career assists per game with 11.2. Steph is nowhere near the passer that Magic was. That's just not his strength. Because of this fact, we have nearly everyone saying that Magic is easily the greater point guard. But I don't think it's that simple. Let me explain. The job of the point guard isn't just to bring up the ball and lead the team in assist. Their job is to also direct the offense and to create easy shots for others. If you are truly a great point guard, your team is always going to finish near the top of the league in offensive efficiency. That's what all the great point guards have in common. Let's do a quick history lesson to make our case. In the 60s, the best point guard was Oscar Robertson. He led the Cincinnati Royals to 5 straight seasons with the highest offensive rating. In the 80s, it was Magic Johnson. He led the Lakers to 7 total seasons with the highest offensive rating. In the following decade, it was John Stockton. The Utah Jazz finished first for only 1 season during the Stockton and Malone era. However, there were 4 other seasons where they finished in the top 3. In the 2000s, it was Steve Nash. There were 6 seasons during his time with the Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns, where they finished number 1 in offensive rating. But what about Steph Curry? He's had 3 seasons leading the Golden State Warriors to the best offensive rating. In 2015, Golden State finished 2nd, and in 2018, they finished 3rd. But that's not all that he accomplished. He was leading his team to an historically great offensive season, year after year. Let's look at the numbers. At the end of the 2015-16 season, they finished with the 11th highest rating for a single season. In the following year, they were tied with another legendary team for the highest offensive rating ever. It was the 1987 Los Angeles Lakers, led by Magic Johnson. Then in 2019, they surpassed the Showtime Lakers for the highest rating in NBA history. That's the type of effect that Curry has on a team. But what about Draymond Green? Doesn't he help initiate the offense for the Warriors? He absolutely does. We don't want to ignore everything that he brings to the table on that end of the floor. However, there is no debate that the Warriors offense always starts and ends with Steph Curry. The ultimate proof of this is the 2019-20 season when he missed all but 5 games due to a broken hand. At that point, the keys to the offense were given to Draymond Green. This was his chance to prove what he could do as a star of the team. And what exactly did he accomplish? Forget about the Warriors finishing with a 15-50 record, but they also finished dead last in offensive rating. They went from having the greatest offensive season in NBA history with him under center to the worst offense with him out. Curry has always been the magic behind Golden State's incredible offense. What makes him so special is that he doesn't need the ball in his hands to create shots for others. Players such as Magic Johnson, Oscar Robertson, John Stockton, and Steve Nash need the ball in their hands to direct traffic. If they don't have the ball, they're nowhere near as effective. On the other hand, Steph is just as dangerous if he doesn't have the ball. His ability to draw 2 defenders no matter where he is on the court is the basis for everything they do offensively. Driving lanes are wide open for his teammates because defenders must always be attentive to his shot. Back in 2017, Benjamin Morris of 538 found this interesting stat about his impact. He said, "Not only do virtually all of his teammates shoot worse without Curry on the court to draw attention, they shoot drastically worse. Overall, Curry's teammates shoot 7.3 percentage points worse with Curry off the court, with his average teammate shooting 8.3 points worse. When it comes to opening up a team's offense, Curry has no equal. And that is even when Kevin Durant was on the team. You take Curry out, and their offense looks totally different. That's what happens when you're the greatest shooter to ever exist. But even when he isn't shooting from behind the arc, he is also equally as effective when he drives to the rim. Since he's so good at creating under the basket, the defense has to collapse on him, which creates open opportunities for his teammates. That's what makes him so unique, is that he is always creating for his teammates, whether he has the ball or not. That is something that almost no other point guard can say. For the record, I don't believe that Steph Curry is greater than Magic Johnson. I think Magic is one of the 5 greatest players of all time. Steph is not there at the moment. However, he still has a long way to go before he calls it quits. There is still a chance for him to win as many championships, if not more, than the Magic Man. With him sharing the court with Chris Paul, he has a good chance of winning another title, as I discussed in a previous video. And don't think for a second that any potential titles he could win wouldn't count, because he will share the point guard duties with CP3. Let's not forget that for the first 2 titles that Magic won, he shared the point guard duties with Norm Nixon. If we count them for Magic, then we should do the same for Curry. So this debate isn't a closed case yet. Now I would love to hear everyone's take on this. Do you believe Curry has a chance of surpassing Magic as the greatest point guard ever? Or is he already the GOAT point guard? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.